All right, I think we are live and we are ready to go here on WayForward Livestream. I'm your social media tinkerbell Hoff. I am joined by WayForward creative director of the Shantae series, the one, the only, a man who has better things to do tonight than die, Matt Bozon.
Hi, I do. I have better things to do tonight. That's true.
So yeah, Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution. It comes out on consoles and PC finally tomorrow. After 20-something years, it's finally going to be coming out. And so we've got the game here. We got it running on a Switch 2, and we're going to play the early parts of the game, see what's going on, look at some of the content that's new for the console version. But you don't want to listen to me, you want to listen to Matt, so I'm going to throw it over to you. Go for it, Matt. Let's play Shantae.
Okay. Hey, hello, hi everybody. And I guess I should probably ask because I haven't done a lot of these. So we're live now. We've got comments, right? So
yes, we do.
We'll get questions in there.
Howdy, says somebody.
Oh, hello. And then are we also doing? We're going to post this later, pre-recorded for people who want to see it.
Yeah, it'll be saved on our YouTube channel. It's not going to go anywhere.
Cool. All right, perfect. And then I'm assuming the game comes out tomorrow on console. Some of you people have probably played it on your Game Boy Advance, but if you're waiting for it on console and you don't want it spoiled, this is an interesting scenario because it's like the game's not out until tomorrow, so I want to keep it. We want to show you the game, we want to talk about the game, but want to keep it as spoiler-free as possible. So I'm going to try to kind of dance around things as much as possible. If you're just listening with audio, you're probably relatively safe. If you're watching, you're going to see stuff on the screen that if you haven't seen any footage of this game ever, you're going to see some stuff. If you you might see some things if you saw our, what was it, a 15-minute preview we did for Game Boy Advance version?
Yeah,
way
a little
back.
more than a year ago, yeah.
We'll probably cover a lot of that same stuff. So that's fine. Try not to, spoil too many puzzles or punchlines, but we'll still show you, a reasonable amount here during the next hour, I suppose.
Yep.
So
okay. Next 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Or more if you're still free.
Cool.
Man.
All right.
So sure.
So all right. So we're good. You can see this, right? I'm flipping through the stuff.
Yep.
Blue, blue, blue. All right.
Good.
So
we got lots of comments here.
Cool. How about this? Why don't we really quickly talk about what the features are of the console version? That sound good?
We're getting greetings from the Great White North. We're getting greetings from Poland.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. So, this game, let me show classic mode real quick. By the way, I'm on Switch 2 Pro controller. I don't think I've ever used this controller with this game, so I'm going to blame it anytime something goes wrong. I'm going to say, oh, well, that's the controller. Yeah, so we're playing the Switch version on Switch 2. There we go. So what I'm doing here, we're just going into classic mode. I just want to show you, this is not the default experience. This is, if you want kind of the throwback experience. Hey, what was it like on Game Boy Advance? So the Game Boy Advance version, if you got that Game Boy Advance cartridge, that, really is the 2000, I guess it would have been 2003, 2004 version of the game, and you wanted to play it in that purest sense here on your console, this is how you would do it. So other than that, there's no battle mode. We'll talk about that more later, like right here, because we don't support Game Boy Advance link cable on this version, of course, because it's a modern console. That feature's not there. You just have exit to menu. But if you start the game, I'll keep this maybe just like a minute or two off. I'll just show this is exactly the same as the Game Boy Advance version that people are playing on their Game Boy Advance.
Right down to the capital I in file select.
That's right. you gotta have it. Fonts, everything is the same. The resolution's the same. The artwork is the same. I'm gonna skip this because we're really just more talking about the features. The pixel resolution on portraits, the font here, everything is the same. So if you were like, oh man, I missed out on that Game Boy Advance version, I wish I could have played it. Well, the good news is you can play it right here. And there you go. Everything is just the same. There are also settings if you have if you're fortunate enough to have a massive, mile-wide TV in your home, and this is just an enormous image, you can scale it down in settings. So there's choices for you there. But all the stuff you see here, this is the Game Boy Advance version. So there you go. So you've got it here if you want it. If you want to play it exactly as it would have appeared in 2003, 2004, when it was originally slated to release, this is what you would have gotten. So
all that pixel goodness.
Yeah, there you go. So just clean, clean, awesome pixel art, just the way we like it. So if you don't want that, you can pause and quit out. Notice the pause menu is our high-res stuff. That's what you're going to see for most of the console version. So I'm going to go ahead and quit. I am sure I want to quit. And so here we are back out at the front. We'll just talk options real fast because we are kind of...
Sure, yeah, let's show it up.
Since we're kind of like promoting the game, I guess, not just playing it for fun.
You've got showing this stuff off before.
Yeah, you got your languages, your screen size. There are wallpapers in it.
Which languages do we have in here?
Let's see.
There's some questions been coming through asking about that.
I think we won't. There's no Japanese in this version, I think.
Correct.
Right. That's usually handled after the fact with our partners in Japan. Yeah, there you go. You've got your English, French, your French, Dutch. What did I miss? Italian.
Yeah, German, Spanish, Italian, French, and English. No Russian for the person who's been asking.
Oh yeah, yes. Some WayForward games do. This one does not. We haven't been totally consistent with that. Sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. Screen size, you can play with settings. You can full screen is that you can stretch it to fill your screen. Game Boy Advance does not perfectly go for a what would you call it?
It's not exactly
a fixed ratio. Yeah, it's not pixel perfect. So if you want it stretched, and it'll stretch it and zoom it a little bit to keep your pixels square, but you won't lose many important information off the top and bottom. It does a pretty good job, I think, for full screen. If you want it, we'll keep it at 100, and then you have all the usual stuff. So we'll just go ahead and pop back out.
We'll put the wallpaper on, right?
It should be on by default. Yeah. Okay. At default, I think it's 100% with the wallpaper on. So should we go ahead? We'll save battle mode for later, and we'll just hop in. Sound good?
Yeah, if you want to start from the beginning, just...
and then are we in... I'm going to new game real quick. I was going to check, are we in Deluxe Edition or Standard? This is
Deluxe Edition.
Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, when you go in here, you will be able to choose which costume.
So we've got... and just like what you saw over on the classic version, this is the high-res interpretation of the same visuals. So
right.
Really cool. So anything that was an illustration is at the highest resolution possible. Anything that was pixel art is true to its original pixel art. So yes, because we're in Deluxe Edition, which is just one of the versions of the game, you can buy the Standard or the Deluxe. You get these costumes out of the box, so you don't have to do anything to unlock them. They're just there for you. So each of these costumes changes the sprite and it changes the portrait art, basically the illustrations like you see here. And each one gives you a gameplay, like a magical buff. So depending on which one you have equipped. So I'll probably, for this one, just go with the normal costume.
Yeah, it seems good.
Because I'm guessing a lot of people haven't seen the game before.
Yeah, we do have some save files with the other costumes past the prologue if you want to show those off later on.
So if we want to hop over there. And then you could kind of tell just from looking over a minute ago at the, I guess the retro, the GBA version. We got the same stuff going on here, but it's silky smooth, high resolution. So I'm not going to read all the dialogue if that's okay. I'm going to leave that to you so that you can have the have that all in your head, or just enjoy it on screen as you want to. You can mute me, whatever works for you.
Man, so many questions coming in here.
Oh yeah, should we answer a couple of them just while we can let this scroll?
For a Switch 2 4K update? No plans for that at this time.
Right. Yeah, that would be nice, but I'm not sure. We're gonna have to see how. Switch 2 is so new. I think we're still trying to figure out how are people handling that stuff. When it's a game like this where it's gonna not have a notable change between a Switch 1 and a Switch 2, it seems like the experience would be largely the same. So, not sure. Yeah, what else we got?
Let's see here. Was Shantae ever candidate to be in River City Girls 2 as a hired henchman?
Oh, as a hired henchman? I know we've talked about that before. Yeah, that's something we have discussed, but never moved forward with. I
don't know about a hired henchman.
There was a thing.
She beat up a lot of people. I don't think she would do that.
You mean a
right?
recruit, right? Like one of those recruit characters. Yeah, I know. I know we've talked about it a couple of times, but it's a big. Yeah, it was a big hit to do that kind of work while doing other games at the same time. So.
Which question again?
And how about if I'll just kind of move ahead through this so that you guys can see. There's like some I don't know. Here, I'll just let the game speak for itself. You can ask questions. I'll just kind of move through dialogue just so that you guys don't have to wait for me. But yeah,
I
go
see
ahead.
some question here about the advanced game being completed from the original misreleased. There might be. I think I loosened something in translation
Oh,
here.
okay.
But I think maybe you
Yeah.
get the
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's the same. This game is. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to quickly show off what the high resolution menus look like. So we just looked at stuff over on the GBA version, which is included. Here's what it looks like if you are opting to do the modern version. But cleaner fonts, cleaner full screen, everything here. And then when you pop back out, you're back in your full screen or windowed or wallpaper, whatever it is you choose for the setup. It's all up to you. And then the HUD up there is all clean, high res also. So yeah, go ahead. That question was about like basically just confirming. Yeah, this is the original game you're playing, or
Right.
that I'm playing. Yes, the original game was the story of this. In case anyone is like, hey, what's up with this? Is this a new game or an old game? I could touch on that very briefly while we're watching the cinematic of Uncle Mimic introducing his latest invention. This game was the sequel to the original Shantae. So there's Shantae, the original game, Shantae 1 for Game Boy Color. This was the sequel. We started on this game before Shantae 1 had even shipped, I think. We had our GBA dev kits, I want to say long before Shantae Game Boy Color actually shipped in 2002. Yeah, pretty sure I think we were working on Game Boy Advance in like 2000. So this game was at least being in its planning stages, probably around late 2000, early 2001. We developed about half of the game, not linearly, not the first 50% of your playtime, but half of the game code, systems, like character mobility, bad guys, magical abilities, like all that kind of stuff. About half of the actual labor was done when we had to pull the plug on it just due to not finding a publisher. So I don't know if that had anything to do with that Shantae 1 didn't sell well, because it didn't. It was well loved, but not a good seller back in 2002. Game Boy Advance was already out. People weren't really buying a lot of Game Boy Color at that time. And so when it was time to sell this game, we didn't get a lot of bites, I guess I'll say. So in the end, we just decided, this was us internally, we decided, let's pull the plug on this game and just not do it. And so this game went into an archive and it just sat there. And then we got another chance at it in 2009 Nintendo DSi. Once we started self-publishing, that's when we took another shot at Shantae, and we got the game out in 2010. So
Yep.
Risky's Revenge to all of you would be the sequel to the original Shantae. To us, this is the sequel to the original Shantae because of the game that we had made, got midway through production, and then canceled or paused indefinitely until you get to now. So now that we're in it was 2023, 2024, that's when we pulled it back out of mothballs. Same game, same code. It's still the same Game Boy Advance game. It's the one that was previewed on IGN and teased in Nintendo Power, I think. Wasn't there a tease article? Do you remember a tease article?
That would have been before
it was,
my time, probably.
It was in, okay, so it was in a couple of media places, IGN for sure, but never saw the light of day. So now that it's done, it is this is the actual, for real, official sequel to the original Shantae game. But it's also the latest Shantae game. So it's a little bit tricky. We haven't had a moment in time for the Shantae series that's quite this weird. Every Shantae game has been in lockstep with how technology marches on, right? Game Boy Color to Nintendo DS, to Game Boy Advance, the canceled one, to Nintendo DSi would have been the next one. 3DS was the next one. Wii and Wii U, and eventually Switch was the next one if you're just counting Nintendo platforms. Of course, there was PC, PlayStation, Xbox in there as well. But this one is the first time where we're going back and finishing a game that was started that long ago. So
yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, so this game was kind of in its, in the development dark void for, well, I don't know. I mean, paused for 20 years. But probably 25 years from concept into development, from pre-production, I guess you'd say, to the actual console version. It was a 25-year total journey for this. So it's crazy. So yeah, sorry. For those who are purely watching, this is probably a little bit dry because I'm talking and not doing quite as much playing as I ought to do.
Oh, that poor Tinkerbell.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going through some tutorial here. Feel free to read along if you like. I'll just do all of it.
Let's see here. A couple other questions. Grayman53 is wondering. Oh yeah, one thing we haven't talked about is that this game is also available for pre-order physically right now on Limited Run Games.
Yes.
There is a standard edition. There's a classic edition. There's a revolutionary edition with different levels of goodies and extras. They all come with a physical game, and you can get it in 5 different flavors: Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC. The Revolutionary Edition includes a Squid Baron plush, despite the fact that he's not in the game. There's also a Risky Boots plush available for purchase separately. And Grayman53 asks, congrats on the imminent launch of Shantae Advance Risky Revolution. I was wondering if you could clarify if you knew if the Risky and Squid Baron plushes being sold right now have embroidered eyes or HTV decal eyes.
I know what they're talking about. I don't know that for certain. I don't have a prototype of it, but the previous versions made by the same people who make the plushie, they've used embroidered eyes on the previous 2. Right. I would expect it would be again. I don't know why they would change their process, so I can't confirm 100%, but I'm pretty sure. I'd be surprised to see them go with the decal eyes. You might be thinking of the decal eyes because I think those Crane Game, the prize plushies that LRG had at their store opening, I think those had the little and that's not decals, but whatever it is, it's like it's like a printed material. You know, it's like a little bit shiny and glossy.
Not sure.
Okay,
it's beyond me.
I'm pretty sure that these will be embroidered just because the other ones were. And
yeah, we'll try to check.
One of the goals is to make these match, so that's part of why. Oh, by these I mean there's the Shantae one. If you saw back a few years back, we did a Shantae one that has a ponytail with a wire in it. You can like pose the ponytail. There's a Roddy Tops one, and these were available through Fangamer. And then this new one for Risky Boots, they're all being manufactured by the same group who made the original, so we can kind of make sure they feel the same, like same scale. Line them up together, and they should feel just right. So here I'm at the first boss, the intro boss. So,
oh my gosh, I thought you'd be the last boss.
Yeah, no, here we go.
You're gonna beat the game real fast.
Yep.
Let's see. Zexonis asks, will the game have a higher quality sound effects, or is it going to be the same as the GBA version?
That's a good question. I think everything in here, all the audio, is GBA. It is the GBA versions. So, like for example, it's the same soundtrack. Everything is the same. There might be some slight improvements just because it's running through different like what do you call it, like ported, like all the systems from the Game Boy Advance version are ported over, but then they're being run through like a Unity conversion, so it might come out a little bit better. There's a few things I've noticed look and sometimes sound a little bit cleaner on this version just because it's like frame rate to spare, and it's just a little different. Maybe I'll throw a couple examples out if I see one while we're talking here. But yeah, I don't know. But this is not a remastered soundtrack, for example. Like sound effects aren't remastered. Everything is the same pure, I guess you'd say, crunchy sounds that you'd expect from the Game Boy Advance. So I had somebody ask once about hiss on samples, and that is something that is normal for Game Boy Advance. You have Game Boy Advance uses a combination of I'm not like a super technical audio guy, but I know that Game Boy Advance, one of the things was you have your Game Boy Color sort of like symbol synthesis, like your square waves and your sine waves and stuff. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It might be a little bit off with what I'm saying, but you've got that, and the Game Boy Advance runs samples, and samples are based on whatever sample rate the Game Boy Advance can handle. So it is pretty normal to hear like a little bit of like a hiss when sound effects played. If you've ever played, I don't know, anything on Game Boy Advance, like on Virtual Console or something, you'll notice little bits of like a hissy sound when specifically samples are played, but not when those pure square waves, like Game Boy sounding sound effects are playing, or musical notes. That might be too deep, but I hope I'm giving you at least a bit of an idea of what to expect. So, in short, it's very authentic to the Game Boy Advance.
Let's see. Luis Carlos 2587 is Spanish. Translation Shantae Advance Risky Revolution Definitive Edition. I don't even know what definitive.
Oh, that's probably the
edition?
deluxe, probably deluxe edition.
But yeah, we got Spanish in there. It is Latin American Spanish, I believe, not European Spanish.
I'm not sure about that, honestly. Yeah, the localization was handled by
That's what I recall hearing.
a different group, so I'm not actually sure. I apologize, I don't have an answer on that.
You ever thought of creating physical copies of the Shantae collection? No plans for a Shantae collection yet. Sorry.
Yeah, so far no. The games are all built on like radically different technology, and some of them span like a decade or more in between. So we haven't really done a plan to try to put them all in one kind of cohesive place. I can't imagine that. Sounds like it would be quite a challenge. By the way, you can't get this on the stream, but I'm getting some like nice rumble effects through the controller, which is pretty cool. Kind of forgot to call that out. That's something that's different on console that is not on the Game Boy Advance, so it's pretty cool. These little guys, we're going to collect a lot of them. I don't think I haven't seen anyone spoil this one on the internet, like what these are for yet, so I'm going to be real vague about it. But
I don't even know what they're for.
No? Oh, well, there's a bunch, so go collect them all. Yeah, so
I did not catch all 50 in my GBA playthrough.
They are there for you to collect.
I got most of them, but yeah, I'll get them all.
Try to get
all my playthrough on Switch.
Yeah, try to get all 50 eventually, and there's a surprise for you.
As we say, something good is bound to happen.
Something good, yes.
Oh wow, Peter Parker is here in our stream asking if there'll be servers to support the multiplayer. There's no online, it's all local multiplayer.
Yeah, it's couch play. You need your buddy's knee in range so you can punch it. How was that? Did I cover well for it not being an online? Yeah, but it was designed. How about this? You can play, since you're forced to play locally, you still at least can escape link cable of range, which means you don't have to inhale other people's air while you're playing with all of your foreheads together, like in the photos. You know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? You ever play with link cable? No,
it's been a long
nobody
time.
Has played with link cable. I'm an old person. Link cable, those things are what? How long are those things? 2 feet?
I played a lot of Zelda multiplayer with a link cable.
I played a lot of Mario Kart, and you're basically just in a huddle at a table with everybody, you know, like face down on your Game Boy Advance, usually with your worm lights there, trying to. Well, of course, you can't do that with link cable at the same time. Never mind, I lied about that. Anyway, it was convoluted, so we're very happy to have. I don't know. I'm a fan of link cable. I love it, but it is awfully nice to be able to just sit around and play this on TV with a couple of friends.
A question from Pop's Kitty Cat. Pop's Kitty Cat: is the PC physical version a Steam key, or is the game actually on the disc? It is actually on the disc, or it will be.
Yeah, let me know if you got another one. Right now we're setting up story still for.
You kind of covered this earlier, but Mr. 45 asks, is the canon order for the games the release order?
No,
it was until now. I just checked, and it says the correct date, which is. I just checked, and it says the correct date, which is tomorrow. What you might be seeing on the eShop is that it is 20% off for the next 8 days. So that's probably what you were seeing in the eShop.
Right. It puts the date up there for when the sale end date is.
Yeah,
right?
It's got a, if you pre-order it, you save 20%. That's for both the regular and the deluxe edition. And if you buy it anytime in that first week on Switch, you will get 20% off. We would love to have done that on all platforms. It was not possible on all platforms, but we could do it on Switch, so we did. It'll also be 20% off for a week after launch on Steam.
Cool. And as far as like time goes, we're at about half hour in. I'd be curious. I can keep playing in order to, you know, I can imagine where we'll be in 30 minutes from now. If at any point you guys want to pivot over and see other costumes, we could do that. Maybe we could do like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes more of like playing the game linearly. I think I might do that. I know I'm not moving at a high speed because I think I'm really wanting to focus on your guys' questions.
Oh, the poor shop man.
Chop man, yep.
Is the game available for purchase? Someone answer me, please, says Shiro2850.
You could pre-order right now.
Yeah, the limited run physicals are available for pre-order, and the Switch version is available for pre-order. But the game comes out tomorrow. Xenox says, so is this canon or Risky's Revenge? They are both canon, but this one comes first, and then comes Risky's Revenge.
Right. Oh, wait, who was the person asking?
Xenox.
We just did that AMA, and I feel like you might have asked this question and didn't get an answer because we ran out of time, I think. Yeah, this game, I think if I'm remembering correctly, there was a question about like, hey, is there a contradiction between the two? Maybe that might have been the same person asking.
Could have been.
But yeah, in the Game Boy Color game, Shantae goes on her journey. It's broken up by, she meets Bolo at Watertown, then Sky in Oasis Town, and then meets Roddy Tops for the first time in the zombie caravan, town. And so by the time you get to the end of the game and you go square off against Risky Boots, I know from a storyteller's perspective and just from like the brand in general, it's, well, Shantae and Bolo grew up together, and along with Sky, who I think is kind of a comes and goes type of character in her life. But Shantae had never met Rowdy Top. So when you get to this game, Shantae Advance, Shantae and Roddy Tops will have met, but other than that, it's alluded to that they've all met a few times in between games. I think this is the first time we've actually shown them on screen together in a live setting. Like when you beat Shantae 1, there's the credits roll and there's a little snapshot of them all as friends. But it doesn't happen through the course of actual gameplay. I don't think we ever do some sort of post credits, all of them gather for the first time as friends. I could double check. I'm pretty sure. I think I did my homework on all this just to make sure, but yeah. So this is the first time I guess you could say they're being forced to gel as a friend group, like the whole
Right.
cast, like everyone on screen right now. For if you're listening, it's the mayor and Guy Bolo, Roddy, and Uncle with Shantae. It's like the core cast. This is the first time they're all functioning.
We have so many comments and questions here. We are never going to catch
functioning
up.
as a group together. Yeah. How about this? I'll just we're at the first. This is the premise of the game. I'm just going to touch on real quick. Is that we just got some of that revolution. Yeah. There's Risky Boots is able to change, move towns like from the inland to the coast so that she can pillage them, and this is all by using some gigantic contraption under the ground. And you, as the player, will get to make use of that too, because what it does is it switches the foreground and the background. If you ever played Super Mario World and you can climb on the fences and you can switch between the front of the fence or the back of the fence, it's that kind of concept that this is all really sort of based off of, is those early multiple layered video game concepts that you saw there. And like in Super Castlevania 4 did it. These were early 16-bit kind of experiments in multiple play fields. And yeah, in this game, you get, instead of just doing that passively, you get direct control over those. So you can slide the front playfield and the back playfield, or the front yard, backyard. You can switch them around to solve puzzles and get to various places in the game. So that's a big part of the game. So for anyone watching, that was the part we just got to see, was the background sliding, just to kind of set up, hey, we're mixing up the worlds now. Your job is going to be to ultimately put them back in order, but in the meantime, shuffle them as you like, because that's how you solve puzzles. So yeah, go ahead. We can just do a bunch of questions. That's
One Up versus CPU wants to know, what is Shantae's favorite food?
I don't know. There's a couple of jokes about her overindulging on ice cream and stuff. I don't think, I'd have to ask Erin if she's got a formal idea of what her favorite food is. I don't think so. At least I don't know of one. So I don't know. She acts like she has a sweet tooth. That's what I got.
Lazy Clay Gamer asks, if the Xbox version of Risky's Revolution sells well enough, do you think there'll be physical versions of the other Shantae games for the Xbox?
That's usually how these things go. I mean, when we don't put them on other platforms. We don't put the games there. It's typically not because we don't want to. I mean, we want as many people to play the game as possible, always. And we never want to exclude anybody. Like that's you know, our job, and like my feeling is I want to entertain you. I want to get the game in front of you as any way possible. So usually if the game doesn't show up on a particular platform, it's a good indication that there just are not the sales there to offset the cost. Like it is kind of expensive to get a game, not even if the porting process, but just the whole publishing cost of getting a game onto another platform. And if it's not going to be worth it, a lot of times it's hard to justify. So it's always good, not just Shantae games, but for any game, you know, support them as much as possible when they come to your platform of choice. Like I'd say when you can, go out of your way to show support, like by buying them, if it's something you care about, because typically, yeah, that's how the business side tends to work. Is, you know, it is very much a business, and it's run by where they see the spending happening. That tends to be where people make decisions. And so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there have been discussions about getting the other Shantae games out there physically on Xbox. So yes, I do think that if it performs well, it increases the chances of the other games coming out.
Yeah, always. And here we're dealing with the first situation where the world is mixed up. And like, hey, there's people who are in strange, unusual places. We'll fix. Eventually, we will fix all. Where are these guys? We'll fix all of this eventually. And by the way, I'm sure you're picking up on it by now that for how far into the game, as far as how much game we've played, part of it is I am kind of slow rolling it and answering questions, but also I'm engaging in every bit of dialogue. Of course, you don't have to do that, and you can certainly just skip those anytime you want.
Dr. John Beck says Matt Bozon is a rock star.
Oh, you know what? You know who's the real rock star is John Beck. Is it really? You're listening again? That's amazing.
I already answered that question.
Dr. John Beck, that is WayForward's CEO of many, many, many years. So we all can huge thank you to John for making this company thrive and be able to get this far. So yeah, everyone wave to John in your homes. I don't know how you do that, but here we go. So we're giving the map over to Sky so we can take off and go to our next location. So starting from this point forward, we have multiple places we can go.
Yay, we can go some places.
Yeah. So we'll start out with also you can see here on the screen how many of those squids you've got. So yeah, at Scuttletown, there's 3 of them hidden. There's 1 hidden in that opening location we were, and there's 3 of them in the place we're about to go to now. Yeah, we want to go here. Let's go here. Save. Let's save. And this is old school saving. You don't want to die without and not have a saved. Talk to the save guy. Make sure you're saving, just like you're playing any Metroidvania type of game. Those manual save spots are goals that you want to meet. You know, don't skip them. We do keep it pretty much like as fail-safe as possible. Like every time you change levels, there is a prompt to do it. But let's talk to this guy. I'm going to keep this a little short just to make sure we can get into more places that drive the plot forward and get us to some more action here. Yeah, do we
I'm being informed about 15 minutes after the fact that we had a screen pickup, but apparently came back to life. That's good.
Oh yeah, what, were we just talking? There was nobody there, was there?
Apparently.
we're just talking. So here's a swim area with no diving board, so there's no way to get down in there right now. We do still have this thing going where you can repeat smack bad guys and keep farming them for loot. So always good fun.
Dennis Beeman says, I'm curious how you came up with amazing characters and story for these games. And the hilarious fourth wall breaks.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of this, you know, the characters, specifically the characters, I think probably a lot of you Shantae fans would know by now. Shantae initially was created by Aaron, who we are married. We were not at the time. and she created the original pitch for the first Shantae game, and the main character, and the two of us developed all of the supporting lore and the world and further game rules and just all that kind of stuff for about 6 years before actually starting on the Shantae Game Boy Color game. The game was more generic side scroller that could have existed anywhere. The Game Boy Color game specifically came into being around what, like, I don't remember, 1998, 99. That's where a lot of those ideas started to be really focused and applied more directly. Here, I'm just going to get a map from this guy. But the tone, the humor, the way the characters kind of play off of each other, I think a lot of those are products of the things that she and I grew up with. You know, Saturday morning cartoons and weekday afternoon cartoons. You probably pick up on a little bit of this if you've seen any of that, as like the, you know, the G.I. Joe, Transformers, even things like your Saturday morning stuff, like your Hanna-Barbera cartoons and maybe Looney Tunes and early Disney stuff. And I'd say some of the more snarky things is maybe some inspiration from later things, anime and Futurama and stuff that, you know, that Erin worked on. She did more TV, where I was always doing games. So she's done some television animation work. So yeah, I don't know, kind of a combination of a lot of things. Okay, we're gonna go here.
All right, here we go.
How are we for time? All right.
Let's see. Omnicidal Clown wants to know if you could do a spin-off game using a Shantae character, which one would it be?
Oh, great question, because there's kind of multiple answers to that. It totally sets up what kind of a game it would be, honestly. The first one that we ever considered was a Risky Boots game. That one kind of got, I'd say, sort of got its moment when we did the Friends, not the Friends to the End, the what am I thinking of? The Half GD Hero DLC, the Pirate Queen's Quest. That's kind of like what that spin-off game would have been, because we had an idea for it back in Game Boy Advance days, and then didn't actually end up doing it because, well, you know, the main Shantae game didn't take off. So real quick, just here, we're in a dual-layered level, so I've got guys in the background that I can't interact with until I physically go back to myself, and then I can interact with them and I can get hurt by them. So this is where we start really exploring the dual nature of these large kind of spoke and wheel type of levels. But yeah, back to your question.
Woo, heart holder.
Yeah, there we go. So more life for us. Yeah, I mean, kind of thought Roddy Tops. Kind of seems like Squid Baron. Seems like it would be a good one to have a spin-offy game. Of course, anything that would utilize all of the characters would be a lot of fun, right? Like, we get sometimes people asking about, like, hey, would you ever do a kart racer or a fighter or something like that? I'm gonna poke into these caves just to kind of show you if you played Shantae games before, it's probably starting to feel like familiar territory, right? Like stuff you're like, hey, these are, which is funny because this would have been only the second game. So this game is actually establishing a lot of the rules that then Risky's Revenge kind of benefited from. But yeah, a lot of stuff where it's like a tease, you see a thing that you want to be able to get, kind of have to remember it for next time when you've got the right ability to do some kind of, I guess, sort of Metroid-like stuff. Here's a door we cannot get in, and a little hint about how to get in there. Yeah, what else have we got? Feel free to jump in if there's more questions.
Count Orlok asked, did Shantae initially start off on PlayStation 1?
No, it was Shantae way back was Super Nintendo. So the very first, Aaron's original pitch was Super Nintendo. The first time we did a demo, this even predates WayForward, was a PC demo, which was just basic. I don't even think that exists anymore. If it's somewhere, I'd love to dig it up and find it. But it was just basic scrolling tests, character walking around on PC, and that was running at a slightly higher resolution. And for what it's worth, this is right, I think, I want to say somewhere around Doom 1 or Doom 2, when a lot of games were, you know, people were getting really excited about their 3D games. So interest kind of dried up back then, honestly. But yeah, if you go back to the very, very origins, the pre-Game Boy Color, like go back even 6 more years, yeah, it would have been Super Nintendo, but using PC as sort of a testing ground. But because our first game that any of us who we kind of collectively think of ourselves as WayForward from the early '90s, our first game was on a Super Nintendo, that we all worked on together.
Here's an interesting one from Artemis Clyde Frog. Did publishers demand any changes for the Shantae series?
Yeah, and that's why it never got published. So Shantae 1, they were like, well, it can't be a girl. They're like, if you want to have a player 2 be a girl, it can do that, but you not, most publishers were like, this is a male market.
Yeah, girls are icky.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It's like, it's a male market. Who are the guys going to play as? We're like, well, they'll play as Shantae, and they're like, they won't.
No, they'll get cooties.
We're like, yeah, we think they will. But no. So we got hard rejected a number of times from various publishers of the day. It was
a different time.
I won't defend them too far, because I think it was a lack of some vision, or maybe it was just like, maybe they were right. Maybe their market data showed it would not have sold well, and if we're being honest, it didn't sell particularly well, did it? I mean, it became a cult classic, yeah, but it wasn't until later, I think, that it became a little bit more like not as strange. Like, I just think a lot of people go, well, it's a girl game, right? Like, and what? I don't know. It was kind of a weird. That was one that came up way more often than you'd think, just constantly. Something I want to mention real quick here about where I'm at in the game. If you notice, I'm just kind of wandering around collecting some stuff, just kind of for fun. This this gate here kind of represents a fork in the road. There are multiple ways you can solve each chapter in this game, and so just kind of whichever one you organically choose to take, you're going to find different paths. Like this way, I've got this location here. I'll pop in there real quick. Just
that's a good place to visit.
But it's
what is this place? What have you found?
This is a crypt. So this is one of the things I'm kind of like, how I said I want to try to keep a little spoiler free as much as I can. You can really carve away.
Your eyes.
That's okay. I'll keep it a little vague. You can really carve away at this game in a number of different orders, and depending on how you do it, like if I kind of kept pushing through there, it would really start to shape the way that this chapter unfolds. If I go and just kind of follow these directions, I'll end up here.
Oh, goodness.
We've caught up to Risky Boots, and things will unfold in a slightly different order. So I do think it's going to be fun to see how speedrunners and people who want particularly, figure out a fastest path or kind of their ideal path through. Fastest might not always be best. There are some items in this game that if you purchase them, they're a little expensive, but if you get them, it can actually speed up your gameplay quite a bit. By the way, we just solved a puzzle. This was in our original demo playthrough, which, by the way, that one was a 15-minute playthrough, so I'm going really slowly. I apologize. But we got about to this point at the 15-minute mark, I want to say, because I think we skipped through some stuff where I probably...
I forget.
I don't recall how we did it exactly, but I'm taking my sweet time on this one.
Mike Harvey has a question. Did this dual layer level inspire the jump pad layer switching in Risky's Revenge?
Kinda, yeah. I'm not actually sure the exact perfect way to describe this. We had this whole dual layer thing built for this game. So this was, what was that, 2004, 4, something like that. Most people who worked at WayForward would have picked this up and played it at one point or another, so we were very proud of it. And when we got later to Nintendo DS, yeah, we did a game based on Where the Wild Things Are, and that brought this idea back, but with more layers. That was one of the fun things about that game. It was like, hey, same idea, more layers. When we got to Nintendo DSi, we folded it back from Where the Wild Things Are into Risky's Revenge, and then took it even further with, I think, even more layers. So, and by the way, we are in a proper labyrinth now. So we had our option of go fight that crypt that you saw a little bit earlier, or this labyrinth, and there are no wrong answers. You can play this in whatever order you want, which is that's pretty different for a Shantae game. Usually it doesn't work that way. Typically there's one main line through the game, and then there's little side paths that give you rewards or power-ups, but typically you have to beat the game in one particular way. This game, you can play it actually out of order. So,
I got a question here from Toxicity Maxed. This is an important one. What does Roddy Tops use to mask her dead body smell and keep people from puking?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, we know what's weird is I'm not sure why, but I never think of Roddy Tops or her brothers and the way that zombies work in this world to be like quite as disgusting as like the way that zombies are usually portrayed, you know, in most media.
They just smell like coffee?
I don't know. It's like, are they gross and rotting? I'm not really sure. They don't usually have, like, if I was designing a really gross zombie thing that was in a state of decay, I'd probably have like you know, skin melting off of it and exposed bones, and you know, fill them with worms or something. I don't know. I'm just saying things. I'm going back down here. That looks safer. So I don't know. That's a good question. It's funny. I feel like it's one of those things where you can make a zombie like a undead zombie joke anytime that you need to, and at the same time just treat the zombies like they're just kind of like normal characters. But when the plot calls for it, we can play up the fact that they're gross and dead and can like pull their head or arms off, stuff like that. So it's kind of for plot convenience, if I'm being really honest. Yeah, here we're introducing some puzzle mechanics here that I won't go too deep on. By the way, where are we? We're 350. If let's see, do we want to look at that battle mode, or do we want to look at the other costumes? Because
yeah, I will be a good time to look at the other costumes.
Okay, because I'll be in here solving this. This is a proper labyrinth, and it's fairly large. And like a lot of these games, you'll go through a big thing, gain an ability, and fight a boss. So maybe what we'll do here is, yeah, we can just quit out. Is this okay? We're all good?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Gonna quit? I'm sure I want to quit. I'm a quitter. All right. And then we'll go into, how do we want to do this? Did you say?
So go.
Oh, change profile, right?
Menu. Yeah, change profiles.
Okay, so where are we doing that? My gosh, we're hiding behind, Tim is blocking us. We're going right here, right?
I don't know. Does that work? No, don't do that.
No. Oh my gosh, change everything.
I would just close the game.
Did I just expose all of your personal information, or whoever this is?
Yeah, just close it and then reopen it and choose the second profile.
Got it. Okay. And everyone now knows your password.
Everyone knows they hang out with Mr. T. We go to IHOP together all the time.
Oh, that's nice.
And eat pancakes.
Oh, that's good. All right. So, question is, which costume are we going to look at? Do you want to ask the kind of people?
Yeah, what costume do you want to look at? Tell us. Vote on it.
We got
one
the.
See?
Here, I'll pull them up here so we can be looking at them. Okay, so you know what? You already have them going, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't show.
So it's the Relic Hunter costume, which is the explorer's looking clothes. It's the high voltage one, which looks like the TechWear kind of futuristic hologram hair, and it's the fiery bathing suit looking armor.
Sizzle armor.
And what do you say? And are these just currently in order of those three?
Yeah, the top file.
Okay, that's
is
the Relic Hunter.
The middle one.
Got it.
Is high voltage, and the bottom one is sizzle armor. Oh man, one vote for high voltage. One vote for sizzle.
Oh no!
Another vote.
We need a tiebreaker badly.
Another vote for high voltage.
It's not working. we need to figure out here what's
sizzle.
Sizzle's in. Okay.
We got two more
all
sizzles.
Right. All right.
Okay.
Well, then that's it. All right. So here we go. Oh, look at that.
And then we got two more for high voltage.
Got it.
Too late.
Okay, so you've already played to how far in? We never went to the shop and looked at what's available in the shop.
I went to the shop and I got the fireball. So you have the fireball.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Okay. So boom.
To go.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
I think you have to go to Mining Town now. Yeah, you have the
let's
Mining
check.
Town.
Let's check. Do I have it right there? Yes, I do. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, that's convenient. And we'll skip text so that we can make more progress
Except you want to see the
quickly.
text so you can see that portrait.
Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. I just ruined it so you couldn't see the portrait. Yeah, when's our next talking point? At the next talking point, I'll give it a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be redoing some of the stuff that we saw already, but
that's...
now in a different outfit.
Right. So.
Let's see, I'm getting a lot of questions asking when exactly is the game going to release, and I don't have an exact answer for that. It's going to vary by platform. I think it will be happening sometime between 12 midnight Eastern tonight and 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. So I don't know specifically exactly when across all platforms or stuff like that. But yeah, some platforms, will be midnight Eastern. Google, see what that is in your time zone. And some won't be until tomorrow morning. Which probably won't be until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, let's see here. As far as when is the next conversation with portraits in it? I'm trying to think, where are we? Because after this, we get our map. This is if you want to really go more quickly. There's lots of options for that. Move real quick. I didn't show off any of the things you can buy in the store, but there are also items that let you quick exit out of the place. There's one item for changes your actual speed of your character, which is pretty unusual. We don't usually do that. Yeah, if we wanted, I could actually start a fresh file from the outset, and just to see if you guys just want to look at, like, hey, what do these costumes look like in conversation? Because I'm thinking the next time we have a lengthy conversation. Let me see. What is next lengthy conversation? Oh, you know what? I guess it would be. What would be when we get a key or collect an item, get a cave, that kind of thing. But for actual conversation with different expressions, it's actually pretty front-loaded. There's quite a lot in the opening conversations.
Yeah, that's
true. We want to do that. But as far as what it does, this is what it does. So you can just make short work of bad guys. If I could hit them.
Roasting them orcs.
Yeah. You need to actually be able to...
Are there maps for the dungeons? No, there are not,
No.
my phone. You're going to have to do this old school.
Yeah, and this game doesn't have really anything in the way of maps, and the reason for that is once you get direct control over changing all of these layers of...
Yeah, that would be super complicated.
Nothing would actually make any sense. So even when you're flying around on the bird, you're flying to places that are shuffled, so it would probably be very disorienting. Oh yeah, look, we're not going to get it here either. How about this? What if I do a quick pop out, switch profile, fresh file in so they can see the opening dialogue? Just since I think
sure, feel free.
Since we showed off some, we could really go aggressive with the buyer on this outfit.
Cyansoft wants to know who composed the soundtrack for this game.
Oh, Maddie Lim. Maddie Lim did the soundtrack for this one. And she did an amazing job. Here, let me close this. It is wonderful. Because you guys are hearing audio, right? Like, we're going audio free on our side. Close. Yes, I want to close it. Whoop. Okay, so I am changing profile back to this one, correct?
You don't need to do that. Just start the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't...
don't
wait, I did that again. Butterfingers. All right.
Choose Hoth.
There we go. Thanks. I swear I've used one of these before. I guess I'm not good at doing, the two things at once. Okay, so we are going story mode.
Yeah, Maddie Lim, who's also done fabulous games such as Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp, and what other games?
I'm not actually sure. I know that one. I know that one very well, but
I forget too. I'm sorry.
But yeah, here's just a quick recap. Here's the three costumes we're talking about that are from the deluxe edition, and we're doing sizzle armor. So we'll go on in, and I will just take my sweet time at the dialogue so you guys can see the costumes. So there you go. So yeah, everything all of the sprite work and all the conversation portraits are updated. So.
I get a lot of questions about Jake Kaufman, but the thing is that he left WayForward like a decade ago.
Yeah, he was an employee here. Yeah, the very first Shantae game, I actually didn't know Jake. He composed the first game, but we contracted that work to Paragon 5, which it turns out is where Jake worked. But we didn't work with Jake. We worked with the guy who was Paul, who actually ran that studio. And so it wasn't until quite some time later we actually kind of found out about Jake, which is interesting. So for the first game, Jake was not my point of contact. So that, for me, that amazing Shantae Game Boy Color music was just kind of like, like, where's this coming from? It's incredible. And then eventually he came to work at WayForward and worked as an employee at WayForward for, it feels like a decade. We had just a bunch of amazing games together. So yeah, the last one that I got to work with him on was Half Genie Hero. So yeah, that was the last time. After that, I think he went off and kind of started doing, he kind of shifted his, what he was doing after that a little bit. So yeah, we'd love to work with him again though. I mean, he's still, to this day, I love Jake's music. He also did the Mighty Switch Force 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. DuckTales?
Yeah, DuckTales. Oh man, it's amazing. So,
Dragon Master Alice wants to know, what is the 1994 on her pants?
Oh, 1994. Shantae was created by Aaron Bozon in 1994. So that always comes up as whenever we talk about, hey, Shantae birthday. Every time this comes up in with our social channels, like, oh, Shantae is turning whatever years old today. Is always a funny one because a lot of, I don't know how you want to measure it. The Game Boy Color game, which is the first actual published product, came out in 2002, but she was created in 1994, and we released a couple of things, web comics. There were a couple little things you kind of find out there in the world, but most people won't remember them. So I think for most people, they think of 2002 as that's when she entered the world, and she was kind of just, I guess, incubating up until then. For me and Aaron, it's 1994, so we use 1994. It's just kind of you see that in one of the pajama mode has the 1994 pajamas. That's another place where you'll see it. So yeah, hopefully this section here has given you a better look at these costumes though. So
hey, but you know what we should do?
Yeah,
we're
at 4.
We are at 4 o'clock, but one thing I want to do here is, as we mentioned, there's the LRG version up for pre-order.
Yeah.
We got the Revolution Edition, we got the Classic Edition, but sitting right next to you is a collector's edition of Shantae Advance for Game Boy Advance.
Oh, yeah.
And this is different from what people will be getting if they pre-order that Classic or Revolutionary Edition.
We're talking about this right here? Is this coming up?
So here, I'm gonna change to a different camera view so people can see this better.
All right?
Let's see, is this what I want?
What's the other camera view? Is there another camera I don't know about in this room?
Okay, there it is. Okay, it's just bigger now, so you're much bigger on screen now.
Oh, hello.
All right. So we're gonna do a little unboxing here.
See what's in there?
It's full of Shantaes.
What's cool about this is we saw a couple of fans brought these the way we like it. That's how you know.
We're back. Hello?
That's how you know it's live.
Do you read us? Maybe? Okay. Hello. Roger me, welcome me, anything. Hello, Earth.
Oh my gosh.
Do you read me?
Here, I'll pretend I didn't open it. We'll put this back on. It's like it never happened. Look, we're retconning the entire thing. Are we dead? What happened?
I mean, it says it reconnected.
Let's see.
Nameman says we're back.
Okay.
Sansoft says we see it. Okay, we're back.
Okay. So, right? Okay. So it just to recap, it is a box. And there are things inside of it. So you can open it up and it's got a cool sleeve on it and it's awesome. And it's super cute. And then we got our time warpy grid. That's so nice. Yeah, they did a great job. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm putting it down and I'll pick it back up again in a second, I promise. Okay, so here we go. So here's inside. So what's inside the box is you have the
another box?
Yes, you have the can you see it okay? I don't know if I got a glare. You've got the Shantae Advance box, like if you bought the standard edition.
Well, we heard you like box, so here's a box in your box, so you can box while you box.
It's more unboxing that you could ever wish for. But here it is, and then inside of this one is is it? I'll wait till we're back.
And it's back, sort of, maybe.
Are we good?
Yeah, it's trying. It's sending data. Says we're streaming.
Okay. So hey, when we are back, when you can see this, hopefully, are we good? I'm going to show you what's in here.
Maybe. Says we're streaming.
I'm gonna.
I apologize.
I'm gonna pop this thing out.
I don't know whose fault it is.
It's live. That's why you
blame Techno Baron. It's Techno Baron's fault.
There you go. See, we got something. Yeah, there you go. Here is the card. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's
so shiny.
It is so shiny. It looks so good. So yeah, so you got. I'm getting a close look, man. It's so cool. If you got the standard edition, you're getting the see-through purple one. The gold one is here, and then that other one is there's another one out in the world, right?
Yes, in fact, I ordered one from Video Games Plus. It showed up at my home just recently.
Got it, and that contains a red cartridge.
Yeah,
correct?
That's a special red cartridge.
So the reason I was like kind of not sure there is I'm like, that's real, right? The red cartridge is a real thing. So there's the gold one. Oh, also in here is a full color instruction booklet. And one of the cool things about this whole thing is this is in 2003, this was how we had the box designed. So this is really cool to see it this way, with all of the Shantae diving from a bolt of lightning, which
does it have a notes section though? That's the important thing.
You have to have notes. Let's see. No, there's no notes.
Oh,
bummer. But there's character bio, which is, I feel like, also acceptable. So you got your character bios. I know you can't see all of this, but it is a full color glossy manual, and it's beautiful. So that's in there, and then additionally in this version is the soundtrack, as we were just discussing, by Maddie Lim, which is awesome. So you've got like a bajillion tracks on there. What is it,
55 or something?
55, 56 tracks, yeah. You got like cool risky art on the back, and these two goofballs inside. Go this way. Whoop. And then yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's so much fun to see this artwork finally on a product after so many years of it just sitting and hoping one day we could release it. But
and what is this?
This one, we've got a fold-out poster, which it is two-sided. I don't want to get my grubby fingerprints on it, but you've got the that cavern scene from in the game if you were just watching, and on this side you've got this volleyball picture illustration. So choose
Shantae Beach
whichever
Volleyball
side
Web.
you want. Oh yeah,
Shantae Extreme Beach Volleyball.
It'll be extreme. Other stuff in the box is the keychain. Let me try to get that out of there without manhandling it. All right, so on this side we've got Matt handling. Wow, you've got your Shantae coin. I don't know if that's coming off on camera.
You can see that, yeah.
And then you got the logo on one side. You got the cool Shantae pose on the other. And then we have the this revolving, like the revolutionary pin, which has like a standard. Should I take it out of there?
Yeah, feel free.
Okay. Here. So this has all of her transformations on it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and they can rotate. So that's really, really cute. So that's that. And last but not least, this is actually kind of a really awesome thing to include in here, is a stand. So I'm going to pull that out real quick here, and we'll get our grubby mitts on it. This is, if you've ever seen at some of those displays where they have these things for your gold cart, you can just sandwich it in between these. This is like a massive acrylic double-sided stand, so you can pop it open, put your gold cart in there, and then display it. And it's like a heavy chunk of acrylic. It's really nice. So whenever you see those things in the display cases and they're like suspended in like the gold cart suspended in the acrylic, or it looks like glass but acrylic, that's what they're using. So you get one of those as well. So that's it. I think that's everything. We got it all right.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, but man, just you know, limited run always goes above and beyond with this stuff. It's always awesome. So
Yeah, so that's the GBA version. The pre-orders for that were a year ago. They it took some time to get out to everyone, but I'd like to say it's worth it.
Yeah, I hope. Thank you for everyone waiting and being patient.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So it's gonna be different stuff in the classic and the revolutionary editions, but
oh, hello.
Yeah, that's still available to pre-order right now.
So hey, if you want to, we can. Do you want to explain who this gentleman is who just showed up?
Yes, we have somebody else here.
Hello.
In the building.
How's this? Can I put this stuff up here?
Sure, that seems like a good place to put it for now.
And
like Bolo says, we'll just cram it in over there.
We'll just cram it in. We'll just recycle it. Fine. Hey, welcome.
So
yes. long time no see, kinda.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when the last time.
I challenge you, Matt.
Oh, you want to play the video game?
The battle mode.
All right. So I guess
you
we're
guys like squeeze in together so we can get you both in the camera.
All right.
I'm gonna switch back to the other.
It's good. It's good for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you have no mic. Do you?
I also have a loud voice.
He's very loud.
Can you guys hear James? Okay.
Hi.
Well, I can pass him over my mic, maybe.
We can also. Can it just be put right in between us right here?
I don't know. I don't know how that much will work. But anyway, we're gonna do battle mode.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, here I'm gonna pop us out. So, are you gonna join this too, Chris?
I don't have the controller right now, so I think it'll just be 2-player maybe.
Man, if only Switch had some option for inviting a friend. Oh,
don't support that much.
Oh, come on.
Maybe we could in an update. I think that would be rad.
Is that right? I feel like I've been bamboozled. All right, here, let's get out of this game here. Give me one moment.
Congratulations, by the way, on the game almost being released. My goodness.
Yeah, well,
exciting times.
It took a while.
You could say that, yeah.
I'm trying to think of how old you were when I was working on this thing.
Oh gosh, I was in school.
Okay. That sounds about right. Let's see. So I guess we're gonna do.
Actually, wait a second.
Wait, are you like, hey, wait, I could play? You're not gonna make a no way two can play sitcom joke? I feel like if there's ever a Transformers the movie joke that's within reach, you have to get it. Just a rule.
I mean,
What was that? Were you playing Space Invaders on your wrist?
I heard that was a thing.
Like what? You could do that now?
Games on your wrist?
What? How? How do you play on your wrist?
On a watch?
Yes.
Crazy talk.
Yes. It's a game and a watch. Are you gonna jump? You are gonna try to jump in?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Let's see if this will work.
Let's do this.
So, tell you what. While you're going, should we just explain what this is? And then maybe, yeah. Tell you what. If you get it working, cool. Meanwhile, oh wait, he's right there. He's right about. Oh. I can see him plugging the controller into the controller hole. So it's
a formal name, the controller.
Yes, I think that's Nintendo standards. You have to use it. So.
Oh, we'll see if this works.
All right. So here we go, battle mode. Boop.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So battle mode is. Oh, look.
It's
a person. Her name's Sky. We're Skip. We know how to play. We know how to play the game. All right. So I'm Shantae.
Oh.
Hey, there you are. You're Ricky?
Ricky Bots.
Uh-huh. And you're the other one. Can you see all right? Are we switching?
Switching the glasses now.
Yes,
I know it's serious.
I can see the game. All right.
It's like the time I had to fight Rey Mysterio Jr. with no glasses.
Oh.
I didn't win.
All right. Well, hey, this is time for the throwdown. Yeah, this is it. So, can you see all right?
Yup.
I'm the red
I'm
one.
Jumping. I'm kicking.
I'm the piratey looking one.
All right.
Ah.
I fell in a hole like a moron because I'm bad at video games. I am going to charge up and smack ye.
Good luck.
So yes, when you get stunned, you can shake out of it. Grab onto the fence when it does the spin, where you will,
It didn't fall.
or you do.
Grab
Oh,
the fence.
I fell because I didn't take my own advice and I fell. All right, and he's helpless. Let's finish him off. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Ugh.
I'm charging up.
Yes. I call it my smashing attack,
Oh. Oops.
brothers.
Oops. Oh no.
I feel like that's the thing.
No.
Maybe not.
I am dizzy.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. Oh,
So this,
no.
what you're looking at, if
I'm
anyone's
falling, I
like,
can't get up.
You're looking at a battle mode that came about in the, kind of like in the Bomberman days. When that was the definitive all the rage. Yeah, that was like the multiplayer game.
I'll pretend I still didn't have my glasses on.
Get your link cable and.
Oh, that's
but you can charge up, smack these things. Oh. Whoa, hi. Oh, that's rude. Like, I'm the best at video games. All right, so we're gonna rematch. Let's do
it again.
All right, all players press A.
Type your name.
All right.
Another one.
How do you do the rotation? Is it just automatic?
It's automatic, yeah.
But why?
Why? Because it's Risky's Revolutions game.
Oh, that is the revolution.
That's it. By the way, when we ended there, I think somebody probably backed out, and that's why we went back to the character select menu. Okay. Yeah, because if you don't back out, it'll tally your wins and losses, and it'll also advance us to the next map.
So don't mash the B button.
I think you want an A button or a start button.
Smash the A button.
It's the A button. Yeah. If you smash these bricks. If you charge up and release your charge attack onto these, sad-looking brick. Where am I? There I am. Hello. You can break them apart and get power-ups out of them.
Oh. Can I?
Yeah, you can. And if you fall for too high a distance, as you noticed, you get dizzy.
Ah.
There, push you. Yes.
Wow. You cheat.
Yes, onto the spikes you go. Don't. Save me and I'll give you $1. Oh, shiny nickel. You could have had it. See, and instead you got a swift death. That's what happened. Oh, to bonk. Oh, nice. And then boom. So we
still got 2 more hearts.
Oh, we got to get treats out of these boxes. There's a wand.
There you go.
A wand is the least Shantae thing of all time, by the way. How did we get out of here? Did we? Oh, somebody maybe A or B mashed.
Oh, no, I didn't hit anything.
Oh, maybe it's me. Well, maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm the one.
Maybe it's
you know what? I think I'm pressing B and skipping us back out. Gosh, sorry. Hi. Did you know that PlayStation and Nintendo buttons aren't exactly the same? What? No, it's.
So who won that last round?
I skipped it.
I see a triangle button.
I skipped it. I ruined it. Oh, sorry everybody. I ruined it.
Oh, wait.
I'm Roddy Tops this time.
Now I'm Risky.
This feels wrong, but I'll roll with it.
All right. Yeah.
Wand, the most
a wand
thing ever.
Right. Because we know magic comes from wands in this universe. But that's an example of what would you call it?
An icon. It's like a pictogram.
Yeah. It's something tells me it was important back then. But this is a good example of preservation versus wouldn't you make it make sense nowadays? Like, it was a wand 20 years ago, so we left. It's still a wand now. Why not? There, and here's some fireballs for you. You can have for a. Oh, die, scum!
No.
See, I'm associating you as being James, and he pushed me in the pit more times than you did. So now that you've changed characters, look, there you both go. All right, I'll try not to push the button and ruin it. Oh, I didn't win. See, look at that. Such the hubris. I'm assuming that I'm winning just because. Oh, well.
Oh dear.
Oh, down the hole I went.
Back in the hole.
Yep. So this is like a good mode you could use to, for disputes in your family life or anything like that.
Well, everything, frankly.
Yeah. Any kind of
in the court of law.
Exactly. Anything that you might have where you find yourself at odds with another human being. And use this game to sort it out. Okay, so press to rematch. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. So it was me. I was pressing the B button. I'm so sorry. So now we're on. So unlike the Game Boy Advance version, which has just the one original map, this modern version, a couple more maps were created. So that's why you get. There's some boots.
Ooh.
Get over there and eat them
boots.
I
fell on my head instead.
I
want to get the risky boots, but
yeah, well.
Are they eating the?
Yeah, when you eat the boots or the wand, you get the power of those objects. That's yeah. I'm dead.
I get a very mighty flip chimps fight.
Oh, you know what? Wait, was that a setup? That was a setup. You wanted to talk about?
No.
Oh, because you know this is Mighty Flip Champs, right?
What do you mean it is? I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so oh my gosh, you hear it now live. So, Mighty Flip Champs, had like the notoriously quick development cycle. We made that game in
right.
like,
We wanted to get on the
days.
DSi where to show.
Right. It
Right.
was we had this game laying around.
Okay.
So all of those sprites, it was like day one before lunch, converted these sprites into those sprites.
Really?
Yeah. And by we, I guess I just mean me, I think. I was like, well, I want to go to the food court and get some Sbarro's pizza. Is that how you pronounce it?
Maybe.
Darn it, Espero's pizza. Whatever. Godfather's Pizza from Showbiz. And when I just smacked my head in the thing. But yeah, the whole thing with that was...
And so you basically did a sprite edit and made Ulta?
Yes. Yeah, Ulta is just... I don't know which one of these. I guess we could check by the palette. Oh, it's probably... You know what? We're not seeing Bolo. It's probably Bolo's palette. Or maybe I splurged and
why am I dizzy?
we did a new palette. But yeah, it's the same animation. It's exactly the same.
So you went on your Sbarro lunch, you got a spark of inspiration, and then you came back and...
No, it was like before lunch. It was like,
I
want to go...
It was like
I need to have this art done
so
before lunch because I want to eat. Right. So just took it, re-sprited over the top of it, and was like, hey, new video game art. Yeah, well, and it's only a couple of people, just like this game, it was only a couple of people working on it. You got tiny little micro teams.
That's so cool. So there's so much of the DNA shared, for real, with Mighty Flip Champs.
Yeah,
because it kind of came from the same place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Are these the same bricks? They're purple, I think, in Mighty Switch Force or Flip Champs. Sorry, I just said Switch Force.
Flipping all over the place.
But yeah, I think the fences are probably the same.
Come at me, bro.
I'm sure the spikes are the same. Look, they got to be the same.
They look like the same spikes I kind of remember.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm dead. I just have to wait until you guys are done with your game. So.
Oh, and I'm dizzy.
It's old school, where I have to just sit and do nothing. That's my punishment.
I'm toast.
Well, it's what you deserved. So. All right. So A button. I won't mess it up this time.
Are we continuing?
Yeah. Let's A button. Oh, by the way, they turn their backs to camera when you press A. I think you have to do it too. Yeah.
Oh, to confirm done.
Yeah, because that's all we have.
Okay.
There was no other way of, like, we couldn't fit any more animation in there.
Work with what you got.
Yeah.
Get the risky boots. Now I have the risky boots on.
Oh,
fast.
nice. Now you're speedy. All right. Oh, and by the way, now that you have that wand, we can charge and hit you and take it.
Oh, you can steal it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get in there. Oh.
Oh.
I love the one.
Yeah.
Come at me.
All right. Wow, I'm stun locked. I thought you couldn't just stun lock somebody, but I guess you can. We'll get it in the update. That will never happen. Yeah, this is yeah. I think old school through and through this game.
Oh no.
Did you change some other little things from the GBA one?
Yeah, I mean the main stuff is that the frame rate. I guess I can talk now because I'm dead. The frame rate is vastly improved. So if you have the original, like the physical cartridge, you'll get a good frame rate, generally speaking, if you're playing on authentic, authentic hardware. So if you've got an actual Game Boy Advance, the official Nintendo link cable, it will all work as intended because it's all kind of designed to
specs. I got a victory.
Cool. We can keep going. We can do a little more. How are we for time?
We are way over time.
Oh gosh. How about we do just like another round? Maybe we'll call it.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we need an A button from these guys. But yeah. But the more you mix in modern stuff, like for example, if you did an analog pocket, and say you did one analog pocket, sorry, I'm like gesturing while like that's stupid.
Does that kind of change the frame rate?
Yes. So if you the more decades in between hardware that you're using, you will get a different result. So if you use all analog pockets, great. If you use all authentic, great. If you used like one analog pocket, one Game Boy player on GameCube,
you want to mix them basically.
Yeah, you can, but the more
damage.
the more characters you add, then I just walked right into that. The more players you add, then it will actually become notably slower. So so this console version, so like if you want the best experience, try to stick to like the one, either play on all authentic stuff, original hardware, or maybe on all analog pockets, for example. But if you mix them, it's fine. It's just it just gets slower and slower, just because it is limited.
Right?
Yeah. So when you play it on console, everything runs at full speed all the time. So and you get the two extra levels to play in. So sorry, I should be doing a little bit more of a fighting for my life here. I'm not.
No, I did
there
it
we go.
myself. I do that.
Like once I get you going, I can just keep. There we go. Nice. Are you back? You're still moving in? Oh boy. Oh, I just fell right on the thing. Yep. Okay, well, you got one. So what have we got? So you got Risky got the most wins. We're gonna call it there. Nice job. Now were those really his wins, or did he take one of yours?
I mean,
you switched controllers. I think they're legitimately.
This isn't.
I think they're
accurate.
legit.
Those are my only 2 wins. I think you guys got wins earlier.
We wiped those out though, so they never happened. Yeah. So there you go. That's it. That's the battle mode. What?
I really love the chunky yellow boxy digits. It's very WayForward.
Those are. Thank you. Yeah, those are. I hand drew those and then and I reused them for flip champs. Yeah, they're the same ones again.
Yeah, just
You're
seeing
right.
those, I just feel like
that's pretty cool. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of that nostalgia for those older games comes from kind of like efficiency and laziness. Like I'm like, well, I already drew it once, so I just.
What are the comments that were on here when we were fighting? I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh yeah, maybe we can do a couple questions real fast.
Will the battle mode be online multiplayer? No, it's local only. Yeah. Will Mighty Flip Champs get a re-release? Hopefully someday.
That'd be nice. It's kind of only available right now on. Is the Vita store still active? There's one place you can still get it.
PSP Minis.
I think you get it on PS3.
The PS3 PSP Mini store might still be live.
I think it is.
But I think that's the last place you can actually get it. But because all those palettes were set up, a lot of times it's like starting a new game.
How do you change characters in battle mode?
So the way you change it is assigned. This is again modeled after old school like Super Nintendo era Bomberman. It is bound to your controller. So if you want to play a different character, you grab a different controller.
Yeah, so player 3 is always Roddy?
Player 3 is always Roddy, player 4 is always Bolo, Shantae's always 1. So it is deliberately old school. We did have the option to put in a character select, and we're like, as you can see, this game is very simplistic. So it starts to almost feel like more elaborate than the game actually warrants. So it's meant to be just an extremely lighthearted diversion. And didn't want to modernize it beyond that. Otherwise, I feel like we would actually come up with something else, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Any other questions that popped up we want to cover? Because we're doing this again tomorrow,
Yeah, we're doing this again tomorrow, so we'll try to get some more questions then. With Z-Man7, has Konami ever approached WayForward about Castlevania? We could never tell, even if they had. Sorry about that.
Wow, that's a great answer.
Where did the idea for Shantae's belly dancing magic come from, asks Count Orlock.
That came from Erin, and boy, she might have to explain that one a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I've heard her tell this story a handful of times, but it's originally it was always gonna be dancing. She wanted to have like a kind of a non-violent gamism, that you could use for your characters, and it was going to be dance to charm animals and then get them to work for you. Like you could charm a monkey and then have the monkey climb the tree for you or climb the cliff, etc. But ended up making it that it's just easier to transform directly into the shape and not have to backtrack to your, wherever you left your human body, I guess you could say. But that's the purpose of dancing. But the reason for it seemed to have a lot of connection back to her liking I Dream of Jeannie and other things like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nerbo asks, does Ku still make the portraits?
Oh,
is that how you pronounce his name?
Ko, K-O-U?
Thank you.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, K-O-U.
No, in this game, these are by Nami, so different artists. Ko has done, really it's just Ko's been in high demand, so it's been tough to get time. But Ko, just to kind of, for those curious, did the Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero, and Seven Sirens portrait art, and then these are by Nami. And actually, the retro ones, so if you play this in classic mode, those are by Sean Healy. So and then I draw a little bit of them too. I guess I should throw myself in there a little bit, because I'll usually do like the starting pose or the really rough draft of them.
Also, the classic mode is kind of different art a little bit.
Yeah. If you want to get the Sean Healy drawings, you go to classic mode. They will get like, I mean, they're severely pixel crunched, and then touched up a bit. So, but then all these new ones at the high resolution are different. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll work with Co also. So you'll see on occasion we'll have illustrations by Co from time to time when we can get them. So,
okay, yeah. All right. Well, that is about 90 minutes. So I think we are gonna call it here. Tomorrow we plan to be back around the same time. Game will be out, so we'd love to hear what you think. We'll have a chance to answer more questions then. But yeah, the game will be out in people's hands within the next 24 hours. We hope you look forward to it. Also, still you can pre-order the physical edition on Limited Run Games in the Standard and Classic and Revolutionary editions on Switch and PS4 and PS5 and Xbox and PC. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. James, thanks for coming here. Matt, thanks so much for taking time out of your day. Anything else you guys want to say before we sign off?
Oh man,
go get the game.
Go buy it. Yeah, thank you.
Have fun.
Yeah, thanks again. Thanks for the support. Thanks for waiting so long. And I guess anyone who just is still confused, this is the newest Shantae game. I still see people trying to figure it out.
The newest Shantae is not a remake.
It's not a remake. It's just a game that took a long time to make. So they usually don't take 25 years. This one did, but it is the newest game. So if you're like, hey, I want to play a new Shantae game, this is the newest game right here. So there you go.
All right.
Thank you for supporting us too.
Okay.
I appreciate
Thanks
it.
again. We will see you back here tomorrow. We hope. Catch you all later.